watching SKST Radio.
Well, welcome to another episode of SKST Radio. I'm Cammie Grayson, and you're tuned in to Real Talk with Cammie Grayson and Friends. And over there, behind the curtain, we have Aisha. Hey, Aisha.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How about you today?
I'm good.
Good. So this month is International Women's Month. They really have it, the official day is on the 8th. For International Women's Day. So I just want to give, homage to all the women out there that's doing what they're supposed to be doing, making it happen, going above and beyond of their realm. And so that's basically what we're going to talk about today. Outstanding women. I have acknowledged a couple of ladies this month, T being one of them, who was like one of our first guests last year. Now she is blown up. She is so busy doing what she does, giving back to the community. She's out there, she's working, she's just making it happen. When we met last year, she was doing the tour around the mall. Next thing you know, she ended up with 2 stores and an ATM in the mall, and now she's way surpassed that. She's helping other businesses. She's just doing all kinds of phenomenal things. It is kind of like, it blows you away if you think about all the stuff that this woman does. But then she does manage to find time to say, hey sis, how's it going? And that's what's so phenomenal about that lady. You know what I mean? So today I thought we would talk about, just different influential women in our lives today. So Aisha, who do you have? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You're trying
As
to
far
think
as
of
influential women,
yeah.
well, that's interesting because I keep a small circle of women. You're definitely one of them that I would say that's been an influence in my life. You've introduced me to the podcast aspect. A little bit about a background, if for the people who may be listening for the first time. I first met Cammie through Play Productions, and so I was actually doing her makeup, and so we went from there, and you definitely introduced me. I was already doing plays and stuff like that, but you introduced me to the world of radio, and so for that, I think that's an amazing thing that we've been going strong for that long, and you showing me another side of things. So
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Well, thank you. Well, I've always had the love for makeup, and I've never been that makeup person, but because of you, I wear makeup today. So thank you. Now, you've been like a little sister to me. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I wouldn't see that. I would see me being just a big sister to you. That's how I've always felt with you since I met you. So.
Oh. Also, I would say my really good friend Maria, she's always been an inspiration when it comes to her seeking knowledge. She's a definite knowledge seeker. She has really come along after these few years. She's always trying to do things to better herself and her education. She's working on her master's right now. She's a nurse, so I feel like with her personality and her being a natural nature, it really fits well for what she does. And she kind of embodies that, not just within her profession, but within her personal life and her relationships with her family and friends. And so for that, she's like one of the people that I really admire. Yeah. So.
Nice. Another woman I can think about is, close to me, if you think of it like that. I think, again, you like a little sister. You single parent, you out there, you trying to make it happen. I see me, when I talk to you about stuff like this, I see me and how I struggled to make it through. And a lot of women don't do that. And you do, you go the extra mile, you do your little side hustles, You do what it takes to make sure that those three girls are taken care of. And I love that about you because, at the end of the day, your children are first. And that's how you have to be. You're young and you're beautiful. You could be out there doing this and dropping the kids off at the grandma's house and okay, I'll catch them later, but you're not that person. You're not that type of person. So
Hmm.
when I look at it close to my heart, I would say as a god sister, my cousin Mickey, who's she was like a sister to me as well. She just did what she had to do, got married, moved away, came back, helping everybody. She taking her dad to the laundromat, what I'm calling her. She does all that, and then she has her girls and her grandkids and her husband, and she focused on so many people. And I'm thinking to myself, my gosh, if we didn't need self-care then, we do need it now. So flipping it all the way around, I know that you do all that you do. Mickey does all she does. T does all she does. At the end of the day, guys, don't overdo it. That's what I would like to say. I even was thinking about my new supervisor at work. Her name is Christina, and you see, my social media page. She is like dynamite. I mean, oh my gosh, she's been doing this for over 20 years in the real estate world. But she manages so many people, and then she finds the time to take the time to help me. And that I've just thought about it one day, and I'm like, oh my God, it's so much. And this poor lady, she's never been mean, she's never been nasty. She's always, oh well, girl, when you learn this, da da da. She has that I got this, you got this, we're gonna make this happen, and that makes a person like me, who's like, it's not working for me. That makes a person like me feel good. Even if I do my best in everything that I do, but sometimes it just falls short, right? And so I'm my own biggest critic. If I don't do what I'm saying I'm gonna do, I apologize, but I'm not that person for excuses. You know, the dog might have ate my homework, but I'm not gonna give that excuse. And we know how bad my dog is. So, but we're not gonna give that excuse. I want to make it happen. I want to make it work. But then it dawned on me, I am so hard on myself. I am so hard on myself because I want things right. I try to be there for people. I try. So, how do you find balance? How do you find balance in it?
With everything that's happening, so many moving parts with just being a mom. And when you add in career, you add in a business, and all of those elements, it is a challenge to find that balance. Sometimes, honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I try to, I try to make sure that I take time to rest. That's been my biggest thing is not going along with the status quo. I used to be one of those people where, had, I have a lot of friends and they always want to do things and get out
Mhm.
there. But, I've been just kind of pushing back off of that and saying, you know what? No, it's about self-care and self-love. If I'm not feeling up to it, I'm not going to push myself to do what others want me to do because they want me present when I know for myself that that's not going to be good in terms of me getting my rest and in terms of me rejuvenating. I have to have that personal time in order to have my mental right because I have a lot of things that I carry. And so taking that time is one of the things that I do. I also meditate, you know, and just, reflect. So that's usually what I do to kind of balance everything out. Lately, I've also been trying to just prioritize and plan things a little bit better. I tend to be the one that's kind of spontaneous,
Mhm.
with how I operate, and I think with planning, it, it it allows things to you not to be caught off guard.
Mhm.
So it's
Mhm.
it's kind of helped me in that respect. But yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
Wow. Wow. Well, you know what? Going back through history, you think about how your great grandmother made it. You know what I mean? What did she have to endure and go through to get us where we are right now? It's kind of mind blowing if you think about it, because you think about the person she looked up to was her mother, or someone. Sometimes mothers leave before, so it's somebody in that age group that they had to look up to.
Hmm.
I can't even imagine not having a shero to be there. To someone for me to look up to. I couldn't imagine that. And they change. It's not always the same person. Um, like right now in my professional world, the lady we interviewed a couple of weeks ago, Miss Shara. I just met her in November, and I just automatically just fell in love with this lady. She's a wealth of knowledge, and she does not mind sharing. You know what I mean? And so I feel like I need to give her more, because she's always giving the knowledge to me, and I feel like I'm just, greedy, greedy, greedy. But at the end of the day, um, who am I inspiring? Am I paying forward? So that's the part I look at. It's like, okay, well, maybe I can't pay Shara back because this is knowledge she already has. This is stuff she's already been through. But who can I help? Who can I influence? And so that's the part I think about. So when I'm stepping out there, when I'm trying to look my best, or when I'm not feeling my best, I still, like this morning, how you doing? I'm all right. I try to say, how you doing? Even if I'm not, if I'm all right. I try to say, hey girl, what's up? I want people to feel a smile, just a smile. You might be having the worst day of your life, but just a smile probably helps.
Absolutely. That goes
So
a long way.
it does. It does. Just to see a happy person, even if you're not inside, at least maybe that person could say something to kind of brighten up your day a little bit more.
Right.
You know. So what are the type of things that you do to influence other women?
As far as influencing other women, so I started to do some streaming, and I'm utilizing my God-given gifts. For all who's listened before, I am an intuitive psychic, and so I use my gifts to um, tap into a person's energy and just allow them a different perspective of things. I feel like by me utilizing what I do natural, I can help people tap into what they do naturally and understand their gifts, or help develop that or point them in the right direction to see that, because a lot of people don't see that. And I think when they see me walking in my gift and utilizing my thing, they're influenced to do the same. And so, that's one of the things that, it's something I enjoy doing, is helping people to realize who they are, and what their mission is here. So, you know, that's one of the things I do.
Wow. So out of all, you got three girls. So
Hmm.
out of your three girls, which one do you think follows in your footstep?
That's following in my footsteps.
That will follow in your footsteps.
Oh, that will follow my footsteps. I would probably say my middle child. Um,
Tony.
I don't know if she'll follow in my footsteps. I really feel like all of my daughters, they really have the potential to be greater than I. And I want them to. I want them to surpass mama. you know, but the one that's similar or most like me, I would say would be my middle child. She's got a lot of elements, but all of them do though. In a way, all of them have some element of me, so I can kind of see it in all of them. But again, they're their own individual person, and I just hope I can influence them to surpass me.
That's always the goal, right? Don't want you making my mistakes, want you to do better, want you to elevate, want you to go to school, don't stop, keep going, keep going.
Yep.
And sometimes it just don't happen, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it don't just don't happen. But sometimes, even if it's not your child, it's somebody else's child
Hmm.
that you're able to send those nuggets to. So I guess, God put you here for a reason, and it's up to us to figure out what that reason is. And then when we do realize, cultivate it, make it happen, and share. I feel like
Right.
that's a big, big part of it. So, okay, so like I said, it's International Women's Month. Well, really, they're doing it one day on the 8th, but we're doing it for the whole entire month. And so we're thinking of influential women who've been there, who've done things. Also, I have a screen share I'm going to share every few minutes. So that way, if you want to give and donate, you can do this. I feel like this is a good program. So I'm going to share the screen, and let's talk about this. Okay. Since it's international, we would love to give back to people, in other countries, in other nationalities. And so if you go online, this is there. It's the oxfamadamerica.org. So it's GIVE.OXFAMAMERICA.org if you want to go to the site and donate. Also, we had a lady on the show. I don't know if you remember her, Aisha. She was a friend of Foster's, and she came on a Thursday night, and what she did was phenomenal. She was with a mission, and they went over to Africa, and they helped the young women that were pregnant and having babies. Remember that? And so I was thinking, I was like, oh my God, I wish I knew who she was. So I texted Foster this morning, but he wasn't able to respond. She would have been a perfect person to talk about the things that she's done, for those women over in Africa. So I thought that was really cool. And I was like, well, you know what? We did not give money to her last year. And so I was like, oh, you know what? I need to find that lady so we can donate money, because it was like $8 for a child to have a baby.
Hmm.
It was something that just that simple. And I know, um, we need to give back to overseas as well. And so I thought about her this morning. I was like, wow, I wish I could remember her name. I have to go through every show to find her. But, and that's a lot of shows. But Foster knows her, and so I'm gonna see if he can put us back in contact, so that way I can give a donation to kind of help out with the things that she's been doing overseas. Because if she was driving Uber, the last we talked, she was driving Uber to make extra money so she could send money back that way. And so that's incredible, for someone to have a mission to even just give up time like that. And I guess it's probably because she can't go over to Africa all the time, because it's so expensive. I guess this would be the great way to do it,
Right.
make extra money, and this money's not coming out your family's mouth or pocket, you know what I mean? So
Right.
you
Right.
spend that time doing something extra. So yeah, I would like to do a donation, to kind of help her out. We see her again. It's just, outstanding, outstanding. So, International Women's Day, guys. Think about who you want to celebrate. It didn't have to be anybody that you know. This is a global holiday celebrated on March 8th. So, on March 8th, get out there, put your sheroes out there. Let a person know that that they influenced you in some sort of way or manner. You know. So, what other women can you think of? Just say maybe someone in Hollywood that you think that's probably someone that should be in this.
Hmm. Somebody that's in Hollywood. As far as influential women, that's probably be a hard one for me because I don't really follow too much TV and all that
Gotcha.
anymore.
Well, I can think of Oprah. Oprah gives back. She does a
Yeah.
lot of things, for the communities. I've heard one time she's even, maybe a couple of times, she's even given everybody in her audience a brand new car. You know,
Right.
she does stuff like that. That might be a Hollywood stunt, but at the end of the day, she does do positive things to help people. So that's pretty cool. Got a lot of money, why not? Give back,
Yeah.
help. If I had it, I would do it too. So let's make it happen. You thought of anybody yet?
I would say Alanya. Um, I used to watch her show when it was on, and I feel like just her really allowing people to go through their healing process. I like what she did with that show, bringing families together to recognize, their truths, their faults, all of that, and really help them to understand how they can come back together and strengthen communication. So, I think she's one that doesn't get the recognition, for that. Yeah, but she's definitely one of a very influential person to me.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Who else could we think of? There's so many out there. I know last year I just kind of highlighted all of my sheroes, so I did really want to kind of give it to someone new this year. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because I go back to Marilyn Tam. She was the vice president of Nike, and she went through so much, and then she ended up being, here doing what she does, owning a hostel, you know, um, just to give back. And I think of Sheila, what was Sheila's last name? Sheila Ray Charles, who's passed. She was the daughter of Ray Charles, and she
Mhm.
was just awesome. She was singing, giving back, doing what she needed to do. And I remember my first interview with her when we were doing Block Talk Radio, and she was telling me about the story of her going out to a nightclub and how Ray Charles had so many kids around. She's dancing with this guy, he rubbing up on her butt and everything, and they just gelling. And they decided to sit down and talk, and they realized that they were sisters and brothers. So, I think about her. She was so much fun. She was so much fun, and I don't know. It's so many people. I think of Susan, not Susan, Sandra Yancey. I think of Sandra Yancey. She was my boss over at Women Network, and she was just she was dynamite. She ran a women network organization, and she got all these women together, and all these women networked, and they do things. So my networking skills and the things that I love doing, trying to get people to gel together, that pretty much came from Women Network. I always give kudos to where kudos is deserved. And so I would say Sandra Yancey would be another one of mine that influenced me in my early years to be, the better person I am today. Yeah. Now I tell you, I have a lady who's in not Las Vegas, uh, where it's hot, um, but not Vegas. Um, oh,
California.
huh?
In California?
She's not in California though. She's in. I want to say Scottsdale,
Oh,
Arizona.
Arizona.
I want to say Scottsdale. But anyway, she's in Arizona, and she's a marketing guru, and she has been blowing up. She has been blowing up, and her name is Ashley. And Ashley is, she's one of those people that she has a big business. She could be delegating me down to some of her workers, but she does not. She stays right there with me. So Ashley is another one, a big influence in the marketing world. You know what I mean? So she's being recognized, and people are actually building. Her business is building. Put it that way, because she's dynamite. She's just making it happen. So for those women like that, she's a parent. Um, she has, I want to say she has 2 children and a husband. On top of all that, she's a soccer mom. She goes to these plays and all this stuff with her children. And then she has this big business that she's growing and cultivating and making happen. And then she has all these other women that's looking to her, kind of like I was saying with Christina. They have so much going on, but they manage to find time to help other women, to pull these other women up and stay positive about it. And I like that. I like that. I really do. So, moving forward, I'm hoping that everyone will. I'm gonna go back to share screen. I'm hoping that everyone will find an organization, if not this one, to give back to. Um, it's just one of those things where people need help. Women need help, especially the women with the children who does not have the husband around. um, kind of help those women, give them a hand up, you know. Um, I don't know how else to express. You might think a person is doing really, really well, and you know that they're trying to make it. You know that they're out there trying to make it happen, not just for themselves, but for other people. Give them a hand up. It doesn't hurt to give a hand up, right? Or offer some advice, or, you know, ask, what can I do to help? At this
Right.
point, you never know. You know, I almost missed out on the prom because everybody thought I had a date. Nobody even thought to ask me. Then this one guy said, I wish I could take you to the prom. And I was like, sure. Prom tomorrow. No one's asked me. You never know what you miss out on if you don't open your mouth. And so, and that goes to say, you can ask for help too. If you have a mission and you're trying to, like this nonprofit, the lady needed help. The lady need help. Get it out there. Help the person who needs help. So whatever we can do to do it. So, what do you got? What you doing over there?
Have to pull some cards in a minute.
Oh, okay. I was thinking Giselle was going to be on in a few minutes, so I was trying to get it where we could say hello to her. Giselle is somebody too that we need to acknowledge, because she's always at somebody's event helping them. She's always there doing something for someone else. So Gisela is someone, I'm sorry, I didn't even think about her. She should have been first, right next to me and you. Gisela is one of those people. She is influential in the Hispanic community as well as the African American community. And this girl, I mean, she's always there. She's if you need someone that will be, who's faithful and that will be there, Gisela is that person, and she's going to get the word out for you, So she's one of those people. And then very professional. I use her now as part of what I'm doing in my personal life as far as my business. And she's very professional. The company she works for, she knows her stuff. It's financial advisor. She knows her stuff, and she can make it happen for you. So Gisela is definitely a person you want to put in your circles. So now, what you got? So what are the cards?
So for our cards today, so the spirit is just giving me the message of a calm coming in. As we all know, we lost one of our co-hosts last year, and since then we all been going through our different things that we've had to manage and challenges that we faced professionally, personally, on all levels. And so that is something that I'm sure we'll all be looking forward to, is moving from a place of turbulence to calm, to get back to, our opportunities and advancements. So what I see is and what I'm getting from the spirit is there's going to be um, more opportunities for emotional health, an overflow of joy, and things coming back into play how it was from the beginning. So definitely looking forward to that because it's been a long, winding road for
It
everyone.
has. Yes, it has.
and and so we'll be happy with that. What I see is business and more opportunities coming. I'm getting the Ace of Pentacles, which tells me that there's a seed that's sown, by us being diligent and fighting through everything that we've been through to keep this show on the road, keep everything alive, in spite of the challenges, in spite of personal things going on. That seed is still been planted because that's something that we've worked at, and because of that reason, we will be able to move forward. So right now, it's just kind of in one of those places where it's not exactly where we want to be, but we're not doing bad either. So if we just keep holding on to that and stay in that space, eventually those opportunities are going to come forth, and yeah, we'll be in a
I
much
like
better
that.
place.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I needed that. That's kind of one of those, you know?
Refreshing.
Yes, yes. I love that. I love that. Well, okay, so what we got coming up, I am very proud of the one-on-ones. The one-on-one show is it's doing really well. I'm really proud of the people that we're meeting, and I actually talked to one of the stars from the movie Thursday. So she was so cute, and she was like, "And this is my first movie," and I'm like, "Oh, great!" And so she was very nice, very friendly. The director was really good. He did a movie called President Evil, and it was based off of Trump. Girl, I could have died. I could have died. And the first thing I thought about was the Bart Simpson episode where Trump was president. And so when he said that, that's the first thing I thought about. And I'm like, how did you come up with something like that? And he was like, it was just everything that was going on, and he just felt like he needed to do a movie about it. And so I was like, oh, interesting, interesting. Well, come to find out that movie got barred. He was not able to show the movie. They took it off of social media. I mean, he was not able to do anything with that movie. Come on. What happened to freedom of speech?
Oh, yeah.
So long, yeah, right. It applies to you, but not me. Okay, I got you. So, but anyway, it was a great interview, and so I'm really enjoying meeting the different people from the movies, because they're, again, of course, they're just people like everybody else, but to see the warm ones, the ones that receive you well, and then I got all this energy bottled up, and on a Thursday night, and they're probably just getting off work, and I'm going, hey, welcome to the show, and they're like. So it's kind of funny, I get them on the path of, getting their feet, type thing. So that's been good. That's been real good. And the last show that we had with Ty, that was pretty good. So I think our new year, our first full year of doing SKST Radio Real Talk, I think it's gonna get there, like you said. It's gonna get there. So we're going to open up the door to more people. We'll just have a big book conference coming up on the 19th, right? And Aisha will be here. You get the chance to meet her in person.
Yes.
Yay! Get to meet her in person, and I'm sure if you mentioned to her that you saw this show, maybe you might can get a free reading. I mean, I don't know, but if you mention, maybe she'll give you a free reading. If not, I have to pay for it, but hopefully she'll give you a free reading if you mention it.
I will be open to doing some readings while I'm there. Something I didn't offer last time because it was, last minute planned trip. But this time I definitely will be doing that, and also bringing some of my handmade pieces as well. So
Nice. Yes.
We'll be ready this time.
So yeah, if you hadn't heard about that, the event is going to be on the 19th at Military Circle Mall. Guys, come on out. We're trying to. The whole reason why we're doing it there is so we can get people to be aware that we do have stores still at Military Circle. No matter how long, I've been there 3 years now. We filled the mall up, and people still saying the mall is closed. So, guys, come on out to Military Circle. Show your love. We have local businesses, support. We have women-owned businesses there. Please support them. Please support them. I can name a few. We have Pink Plug. We have Ball Stall. We have Ashante doing beautiful hair. We have the lady that does the men clothing store. She's this woman owned. We have the lady who does shoe repair. We have Miss Connie who just opened up, and Miss Connie, she has these elegant pieces of clothes. But it's not deep. You got to come correct when you go to Miss Connie, okay? Because she has some real stuff. She put Cammy's closet to shame, so she has some good stuff. So Miss Connie is there. What else we have? That's woman owned. We have Shingar. She does beautiful clothing for proms and things like that. What else? We have Ashley Smothers, who actually runs the 160 Driving Academy. We have Shay's Cosmetology School. We have Saki Japan, that's owned by a woman. We have a lot of women-owned businesses there at Military Circle. Intrigue Jewelers, she's female-owned, and don't forget Lips. That's owned by our very own T, beauty bar. So guys, come out, support Military Circle. The event is free. It doesn't cost you to come in. You're trying to be an inspiring author, writer. Just come and we have people that will be there to show you how they got to where they were. And just so you know, T actually owns, she won't be there this year, but she actually owns a publishing company. So we'll get the information to you if you're interested in publishing a book, a manual, whatever you need to get out there. We'll have the information for you. Our very own Kurt will be handling the marketing aspect of getting your word out there for you. And Gisela will actually be doing hosting the breakout session. So Gisela will be doing that. And then we have our very own Miss Aisha will be helping me co-host the whole day. So it's going to be a lot. All of our teams there. DJ T Nights will be there filming and making sure everything happens so it can get back up so you guys can see it on the show. Also wanted to announce again that we are on Amazon and Roku through Big Mind Entertainment. Want to thank them for having us on their show, on their platform for Roku and Amazon. So it's very exciting. It's very exciting. And this funny thing, we had an old tenant that was called J&K, right? They were a restaurant. So I'm calling Willie back, to see what he needed from me in Big Mind Entertainment, for those who don't know. And he goes, "Hey, sis." So he pulls me up on the video. He goes, "I'm at J&K. We just got through talking about you." And I'm like, "Really? Is he coming back to the mall?" Just making a joke out of it. And he goes, "No, I was just telling him about your Amazon." So he shows me the picture. So he has all of our shows in this restaurant up on the big camera. And on their TVs, on their monitors. And I'm like, "Oh my God, we're everywhere. That is so cool. Thank you." So I thought that was very interesting. You never know who's watching. Big shout out to the people from my professional life. They've been supporting me too. My vice president of the company was on our Facebook, and then I heard that my boss had watched a couple of our shows. And so very supportive people. I want to say thank you to everyone that's been supporting us in our journey, So that's pretty cool. It gives me chill bumps when I think of the women that's out there that's really, really supporting us and not hating on us, you know what I mean? And so I've been invited to actually be a guest speaker on someone else's podcast coming up pretty soon here. Um, and I got to get the information on it. I want to say it's tomorrow, but don't quote me. It might not be tomorrow, but if it is tomorrow, I'll repost and let everyone know so they can go to these other ladies' podcasts and support. So okay. I guess Gisella's not gonna make it. I'm gonna put this up one more time and ask you to please donate. Donate to help other women. Women to make it happen. Some women are challenged with needing things. This is International Women's Day. We're celebrating it the whole entire month, and it's global, not just here. It's everywhere. So please give the love back. Share, give, cultivate, make things happen. We can't do it by ourselves. I go back to Virginia Slim. You come a long way, baby. And that's what we are. That's who we are. That's what we're all about. So, okay, Aisha, anything else you want to add?
No, I just want everybody to enjoy the weekend and don't be so hard on yourself. Be kind to yourself. We've got a lot on our plates, and before you can really uplift someone, you have to learn to uplift yourself. So,
Absolutely.
Self-care is everything, and allow that to radiate, allow it to spread out and touch everyone else. But first, be in touch with yourself before you can touch somebody.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, guys, until next week, right here, SKST Radio, baby. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.